Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's like 2:15 and I just had like a moment and I thought I'd come on and share it with you. And it's kind of interesting and it's also kind of scary in a way. And my question is, does misery love company? And I think that's a really great question. But the other question is, do some people know they're miserable? And that's where I'm going to go with this, because our well-intentioned friends who really, really want to love on us, they might see us changing. And it's kind of weird, but one of the immutable laws of the universe is everything changes. Everything. Trees continue growing until they die. They change. They evolve. We can continue growing until we die. Some people don't, sadly. Some people stop at a certain age point and say, this is my life. This is all I'm going to be. This is my destiny. And they believe that. I don't know if I believe that that's my destiny. Like, I became a firefighter when I was a child. I felt like that was my destiny. I was going to be a firefighter. And I became a firefighter. And there's a thing on Facebook, people always ask, did you get to do the job that you dreamed about when you were a child? And my answer was always yes, I got to do that. But the interesting thing about it is that wasn't the end for me. It's not where I stopped. I kept going. Because I learned very quickly that where you are isn't your final destination. And everything changes constantly. And it's the people who we surround ourselves with who are comfortable with who we are when we're there in that moment with them that can cause us the greatest harm as we grow and evolve as human beings. And not because they want to do us harm. Thank you, Susan. Not because they want to do us harm. They love us. They love us. And my wife is calling me. What do I do? I'm live. Let's take the call. Hello?
Hey, is it the brown bag?
Of what, dear?
The dog food.
No, it's the gray bag. Well, yeah, it's gray. It's the weight control.
Healthy weight.
Yeah. Healthy weight dog formula for the dogs. Say hi to everybody. We're live. Bye. All right, bye. I knew she was out shopping, so I had to take that. Sorry. But anyway, when we meet people in our lives, we're in a certain place and they're in a certain place. And it's when those two places sort of mesh. They don't have to be perfect, but they have to mesh for a true friendship to form, or a love bond, or whatever it might be that carries that person through our lives. And I think that we all hope that nothing will change. But inside, we all know it does. Then there's the other side of the coin where people fall in love with someone who's harmful to them anyway. And they'll say, well, maybe they'll change, thinking that they could be the impetus for someone else to change. So that's where does misery love company come from? Because suppose that you're changing and evolving. Suppose you're growing and you're doing something to improve your life. And your friends who love you, don't get me wrong, our friends love us. We know that. And they don't mean to harm us. They mean to protect us. And one of the scariest things that we can do is accept change. And that includes from our friends. I know when I was losing my weight, people would say, actually, when I had been done losing my weight, I was probably done losing my weight for about 6 months, and people were posting on my Facebook wall, stop losing weight. Guys, I haven't lost a pound in 3.5 years. It's not what's happening. What's happening is their picture of me has changed. They don't see me as the person that I was when they met me 20, 30, 10, 5 years ago. I'm different. I changed. Some people out and out don't like it. Okay. That's not on me. I have to do what's right for me. Some people can appreciate that I'm changing, but they don't appreciate because my relationship with them may have changed, not because I don't like them, but because I'm doing something else. And then my time for them is not as abundant as it was previously. So their pain in losing my attention causes them to want to say, hey, you don't want to do that. You don't want to go there. That's not going to work for you. They don't really mean to hurt us. They want to love us. But at the same time, they don't want to lose us. They may not lose us. That's the thing. That's the really neat thing, is just because I'm doing something different now doesn't mean I don't still like you or love you. That's not the point. The point is that I have to do what I need to do for me to grow to who I need to be, because in a couple weeks, I'll be 62 years old. But I know a lot of 62-year-olds that aren't in the shape that I'm in. And I have 2 cents in my heart. I know a lot of 62-year-olds that wouldn't go out and do 3 miles on a kayak. I'm actually holding back. I'm going to kick it up. Because 3 miles is nice, but it's just, I'm not getting the stress I really want to get on my bones. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. Most people don't even know where they're at, because so much of our day-to-day routine, and I'm going to use the word routine because that's what it becomes, is subconscious habit. Friends of mine, hat tip to my friend Rusty, teaches mindfulness and hypnosis. Mindfulness is important because it's when you focus on something that you achieve that goal. I'll say it again. When you focus on something, you achieve that goal. If you put it on the back burner, it's just going to burn up and go away. But if you bring it to the forefront, if you track it, I make jokes about this because these sports trackers, I make jokes about it because you have to charge them, right? So every once in a while, I'll have it on the charger, and mindlessly, I'll go for a walk and realize, oh, I didn't have my tracker with me. And I joke with Joan about, well, those steps didn't count. Yes, they did. I just didn't put them on a tracker. So mindfulness is the way to accept change in your life, because now you're the driver of that change. It's like maintaining a garden, right? You can't plant your garden go in the house and come out 6 months later and go, look how beautiful my garden is. It's not going to happen. You have to plant the garden. You have to water the garden. You have to nourish the garden. You have to go out and take the weeds out of the garden. Right? If you let the weeds go, what's going to happen? You're going to have a bunch of weeds and maybe some wildflowers, but you're not going to have the garden you expected. The same is true in your life, guys. The same is true of your life. If you don't water, you ready? Water yourself. For the record, that is water. If you don't water yourself, weed out the bad in your life, tend to the good in your life, and nurture the things that make you a better person, you're not going to have a very pretty garden or a very good life. So does misery love company? Sometimes it does. And sometimes it doesn't even know it's miserable. I didn't know I was miserable. I couldn't be happier now. People always say to me, hey, enjoy your new life. It's intentional, guys. We put ourselves here. We dug in. All right, I'm going to let you go. I yacked at you long enough. And thanks, Susan, for typing in there and making a comment. I appreciate it dearly. Love yous. And we'll talk very soon.